So, what if you had a toolkit, not for fixing a leaky faucet, but for navigating, well, life itself? That's exactly what social emotional learning, or SEL, is all about. And trust me, it's not another boring school subject. It's a set of essential tools you're going to use forever. And look, this isn't just some abstract theory, it's the real deal. Take this quote from a student who went through an SEL program. In high school, they thought the breathing exercises were, a little cheesy, but then college hit. New city, crazy deadlines, and suddenly, those simple skills became an absolute lifeline. It just goes to show how a cheesy little exercise can become the one thing that helps you think clearly when it matters most. And that student's story, right there, it just perfectly captures why we're calling this a lifeline for life. Because let's be real, when things get overwhelming, and they will, having a practical way to manage that feeling is everything. At the end of the day, this is all about being prepared for the future. SEL gives you the skills to handle, well, everything. Academic stress, messy personal relationships, the challenges of your very first job. It's the real-world training we all wish we had. All right, so what's actually in this toolkit? Let's pop it open and take a look at the core tools you can start using like right now. The entire toolkit is built on these 5 core ideas, or what we call competencies. They all connect and feed into each other, but to really get it, we've got to break them down one by one. It all starts here with self-awareness. Think of this as your internal compass. It's that ability to just pause and recognize, okay, I'm feeling really anxious right now, or, hey, this is something I'm actually good at. If you don't know where you're starting from, you can't really navigate anywhere, right? Okay, so once you know what you're feeling, the next tool is self-management. This is all about what you do with that feeling. It's the difference between snapping at someone when you're stressed versus taking that one deep breath and staying focused on what you need to do. It's about being in the driver's seat of your own reactions. Now, once you get a handle on your own internal world, you can start to really see the world around you, and that is social awareness. It's about shifting your focus outward, reading the room, trying to understand someone else's point of view, and truly getting a sense of what they might be going through. And of course, when you can understand other people, you can build better connections with them. That's where relationship skills come in. And this is way more than just being polite. It's about communicating clearly, listening to actually understand instead of just waiting to talk, and, figuring out disagreements without burning bridges. And all of these tools, knowing yourself, managing your actions, understanding others, they all lead up to this: responsible decision making. This is that crucial moment where you pause before you act and ask, okay, what are the ripple effects here, for me and for everyone else involved? It's how you make choices that you can feel good about. So what powers all of these tools? Think of mindfulness as the battery pack for the entire toolkit. It's that simple, core practice of just calming your body and focusing your mind, something you can do literally anywhere. It's the breath you take before you react. It's the focus you use to truly listen. It fuels everything we just talked about. Okay, so you've got your toolkit, but where do you practice using these things? Well, that brings us to the incredible power of community. This is so important to get. You don't build these skills in isolation. They get stronger, they get better when you're in a supportive ecosystem. It really does take a team, and your environment plays a huge role. And that practice field starts with what's right around you. Think about school, where SEL isn't just one class, but it's woven into the hallways, the cafeteria, even the bus ride home. It gets way stronger when the adults are actually modeling these skills themselves. And it gets supercharged when schools and families are on the same page, working together. And that network just keeps expanding. When schools team up with community partners, we're talking libraries, youth centers, health services, it creates this amazing, cohesive system. Suddenly, everyone is speaking the same language, reinforcing the same skills, and building this powerful web of support for every single student. This brings us to a really crucial final point. Getting these tools isn't a one-and-done kind of thing. It's a lifelong practice. Right? You don't just learn SEL and then you're finished. It's just like physical fitness. You have to keep working those emotional muscles to stay in shape. The skills you build now are the foundation, and the goal is to keep sharpening them your entire life. That's how you build real, lasting well-being. So let's make this personal for a second. Take a moment and really think. What's one of those aha moments you've had about your own emotions or your relationships? That moment where something just clicked? That kind of reflection is the journey.
And that aha moment, that small bit of reflection, that's a single step. Because as Lao Tzu said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with that one step. Every little effort to be more aware or to listen a little better, that's a step forward.
So, as we wrap up, here are the key things to pack in your toolkit. First, remember that calm is a superpower. Mindfulness is how you access it. Second, this is just the beginning. Embrace the idea of continuous growth. And finally, and this one is so important, be patient with yourself. It's okay to have off days. Self-compassion isn't a weakness, it's a vital skill. We've laid out the tools, we've shown you how they work together. The toolkit is officially in your hands. So the only question left is, what will you build first?